Well, good morning and welcome to my guests in the studio this morning. If you're ever in Goshen on Greenwich Avenue, you may go by a place that has a sign out front that says Act Now. These people want you to be an actor, and they'll help you do it. With me today is David Patrick Wilson and Nan Gill of Willy Gilly Productions, and with the Academy of Film, Television, Stage, and Performing Arts. Did I get all that right?
You did.
Correct.
All right. Welcome. I'm glad you're here today.
Good to be here.
So you would love to have people learn to act.
Well, we've got a lot of people learning to act.
You have been running an acting school there. You're a nonprofit organization teaching people to act for how long now?
Over a decade, right?
Yeah, we've been there over 10 years, and we've trained a lot of people. Some of the people that we trained are already producing their own films.
Yay.
Yeah.
They're doing, one of our students, Chandler Mack and Thomas, Stewart wrote an episodic. It's called Black Poetry. David actually...
And I directed it.
Yeah, and he actually is in it. He plays Inspector
K.
And you have an event coming up that we wanted to be sure to tell people about.
We do have an event. It's a showcase for a group of our talent that we've been working with for a while. And it's selected scenes. They selected the scenes. It'll be at the Chester Library on
2 to 3:30.
To 3:30.
This Saturday.
The 24th.
On this Saturday, the 24th. That's correct.
This Saturday, the 24th.
That's it.
This is a performance of scenes and monologues showcase.
That's
now,
correct.
for someone who is not an actor, what does that mean?
Well, obviously scenes are scenes. There are, in a play or a film, you have where two people come together or more people come together and they create a scene generally based in conflict or, congruity, whatever it may be. If it's a rom-com or drama or tragedy, it just depends on what it is.
Or comedy.
Or comedies, right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's selected
clip,
scenes.
a segment.
Yeah, it's just a piece of the overall script. The monologue is actually much more important for a character because it really is about the heart of the character. Anytime you hear a monologue, which is a longer piece that an individual does, generally reflects who they are and what their character is. It's a much stronger indication of what you're going to see from them throughout the play or the screenplay.
Okay, and a monologue, actually memorizing a monologue and delivering it is how a lot of actors audition to get parts.
Yeah, it is, and especially now things have changed. The landscape has changed so much because of the COVID period that we were in there. Everybody had to work from home, so now you have to have monologues, and you generally have to have them on some casting site like Actors Access or like Casting News or
Backstage.
Mm-hmm.
And producers and directors will go there, and casting directors will go there to take get the first look at an actor, and so they're really essential to have to show off your ability to deliver a role.
Right. So we actually have a few levels in the school. We have level 1. We actually have a free actors workshop where you can go for free for an hour and learn about the classes. And the next one on that is going to be March 2nd. And it's all on the website, the Academy, AFTSPA, which stands for the Academy of Film, Television, Stage, and Performing Arts.org. We're a not-for-profit. So you can go to a free workshop, and it's all on the website. And then we start level 1 classes. We go to level 2, and we have up to level 7. And most of these students that are going to be performing on the 24th are in the more advanced classes.
Okay.
And they want to use this as an opportunity to show casting agents and agents their work, and also the general public.
And to practice and to work away from having stage fright, I would guess.
Yeah, right. To be in front of a live audience, that's a big thing, and we're going to do it here. We want to do it down in the city as well. So it's where it's much more accessible to the mainstream of the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But the actors are amazing.
We have a phenomenal. There's an incredible amount of
group.
talent up here in this area, and we've learned that over the years. But we've got a really particularly great group now that we're working with.
How many people are you working with right now in all of the levels that you work with?
Oh, gosh.
Over 100.
Wow.
Yeah, we have over 100 students, and some of them are more advanced, and others are just really dedicated. I have a couple of people that come twice a week.
Yeah.
Wow, they can't get enough of it.
They can't get enough, and then if you say we have a rehearsal, they're right there.
Which is great to see. That kind of enthusiasm is really great to be around.
So David actually started the school because we do movie productions. We produced a film Collar here, and we were involved in the production Black Poetry. And he wanted to have a group of actors that he could work with that had a common language.
Yeah, we're prepping a show. We're prepping for a film that we're trying to figure out how we're going to get all our cast down there. We've got a production called Striker, which is from one of my scripts, and all of the people that we're working with now, well, at least 9 of them, we want to take down to Florida to put into that production too. So that was the whole idea. I wanted to know that we had, since we're independents, we don't have access to big budgets. So you need a vocabulary that you can, have a really quick exchange about what you want to get and how you want to get it. So you're not burning a lot of time and energy, searching for things. It works like a shorthand,
And the language that he speaks and that he teaches is the Meisner Method, which was from the Neighborhood Playhouse. And tell them a couple of the people that graduated from the Neighborhood Playhouse, besides you, David.
The list is endless. Robert Duvall, Joanne Woodward, Allison Janney. There's just hundreds and hundreds. Gregory Peck. A lot of the old stars. Meisner taught until 1993. And then William Esper was another one of my teachers, and he started the Esper Institute in Manhattan. And he just passed recently, and that was running for like 40 years.
Now, you have bona fide experience in acting. We haven't gotten into the movies and the television that you have done, but please let everyone know.
I did Kojak, Magnum P.I. I was Wise Guys. I did. I was just talking to you briefly about we were watching a documentary last night about We Are the World, right?
Yeah.
And I had just
really
when they recorded that, I had just gotten back to Los Angeles to do a guest star appearance on Robert Wagner's show Lime Street, and I had been in Europe for 3 years. I took a vacation after Eddie and the Cruisers. Which is a real cult classic.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I played the drums in the band in that
Kenny
one.
Hopkins, the drummer.
Kenny Hopkins, that's it. And so I needed a break after that, and I took a 3-week vacation that lasted 3 years, and that's really where I started writing and doing more producing and directing and things like that. It really enabled me to grow in a different direction. My agent at the time was not very happy. He had 15. He called me up 3 weeks into the vacation. He said, when are you coming back? I said, well, I don't know if I am. He says, well, I got 15 offers on the table here. You have to come back. And by the time I got back, he said, you don't even have a career anymore.
Oh.
And that's when I walked down the hall to another agent and landed the job on Lime Street that led to a TV series called The Bronx Zoo with Ed Asner.
Okay.
And I did that for 3 years out there.
You were Superman on TV.
I was. And that was, wow, that's ancient history. I did It's a Bird, It's a Plane, which was a musical of Superman with Leslie Ann Warren, David Wayne, Ken Mars, Loretta Swit. That was back in 75.
Kenneth Mars. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you can still watch it. It's on YouTube if you Google it.
Yeah, actually, that's true. You can. The full thing is on YouTube.
And people can find all kinds of information. Where can they find information on Collar, the movie that you wrote and produced and acted in and did together?
Yeah, with Tom
That's
Sizemore,
on Amazon.
Rebecca De Mornay,
You can
and
pick it up on Amazon.
Okay.
Richard Roundtree. Unfortunately, we've lost a couple of those actors.
Yes.
Which I'm really sorry about because I wanted to make another movie with them. But you can find it. We also have it's collarthemovie.com. You can go to the website, or you can find it on IMDb. You can actually, it's being shown on what is it, Tubi?
Tubi.
And also you can pick it up on Amazon if you want to see it without
Tubi
commercial.
TV is that's the free streaming site.
It's free streaming, right?
Uh-huh.
That's true.
Yep.
Okay. So,
and I'm actually, I think I briefly mentioned I'm working on a novelization of the movie itself, and that I want to do as an audiobook of it. Because that's a really good movie. People didn't see it because of the content. It was like 10 years ahead of its time. It was about a cop who shoots a young black man that he knows, actually, and causes a major uprising.
Oh.
And we released it in 2012, and all of those things with Trayvon Martin and Eric Gray and Floyd and all these people didn't happen for years after that. So, we had people that said, "Oh, this is an epic film. We don't ever see a film like this coming." The major distributors just shut us down because they said, "Oh no, this doesn't happen."
It also dealt with Me Too.
Yeah, a lot of Me Too,
and they definitely didn't want that out.
Yeah, at the time, they weren't ready. They just were not ready. But the movie's still good. I watched it not too long ago. I like it.
I hate to interrupt. We do need to take a quick break. We'll be back with more on Wall Radio. And we are back talking with David Patrick Wilson and Nan Gill, who run an acting school out of Goshen called the Academy of Film, Television, Stage, and Performing Arts. Tell me about your new movie that you're going to be working on, Striker?
Striker's a horror flick.
Ooh.
And I can't tell you too much about it, but it's really, I really like it. It's actually part of a franchise we're of a series of films that are going to be done, and we're working with Min Collins, who actually runs the Hollywood, Florida Film Festival. Yeah, he's a producer. He does a lot of those clown horror flicks.
Oh, people used to not be afraid of clowns, but now forget it.
Thanks to Min.
Well, a lot of them are running for office these days, so it's like, boom.
Yeah,
that's the drummer in me,
So, did you learn to play the drums to play the drummer in Eddie and the Cruisers?
Are you kidding? The musical director was Johnny Lyons, Southside Johnny.
Okay.
The Asbury Jukes.
Yeah.
And we showed up. We worked out of the Rickshaw Motel in Freehold, New Jersey, right? And the film was shot out on the beach. I showed up at this motel. I had messed around with drums a little bit, but had never gotten really into it. And Johnny made me, when he figured out that I wasn't really, he said, "You're not really a drummer, are you?" I said, "No." I spent 6 hours to 8 hours a day in the rehearsal spot.
I would expect nothing less.
For 4 weeks, right? And I mean, the rest of the guys couldn't play, but by the time we were ready to shoot, man, I hit every stroke. I was playing the tracks.
For the drummer, the drummer can't.
No, man, you can't
sync.
fake. You can't fake
it.
strokes.
Yeah.
You can't fake guitar below the frame. You can't. None of that stuff.
Yep.
There's none of that keyboard doo doo. Right? You got to really hit the skins, man.
Did you almost say a bad word there? That was a good catch. Thank you for not saying the bad word.
Well, I told you I started out in radio, so I mean I know what this radio stuff is like.
But I don't want to get too far away from what we're here mainly to promote.
Right.
And that is your event this Saturday at the Chester Public Library, which is on Kings Highway.
1784 Kings Highway.
Right.
And it's from 2 to 3:30, and we'll go a little longer because there'll be refreshments after.
Refreshments
and
are
it's
always
free.
Good. Cookies or cupcakes or something is always good.
Something like that.
And it's free. No admission charge to get in.
No,
exactly.
And we've got, like I said, we've got some terrific players. They're just people are going to love them, and they're all local. They're all neighborhood kids. They're all from around, and they've taken it on. I'm really astounded at the level of their expertise
and their dedication.
Ours are professional courses, so it's about getting you work. We want you to work right away. To see these kids come around as fast as they have,
and not
really rewarding.
and some adults, not just kids.
Well, yeah, they're all kids to me. I mean, I'm ancient. My birthday's coming up. As a matter of fact, it's a couple of days after the show.
at the event in Chester, will you be singing your song, your original song, Too Old to Be Too Good?
No, I won't. But that song that's made it to #1 nationally on the N1M music charts. And it's on a streaming chart, on a couple of streaming charts, actually. Country pop, yeah.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So.
Okay. And your song is also on the Academy's website.
That's true.
Yeah, I saw it there. And little clips from scenes. See, scenes, not monologues, but some scenes from some of the movies and TV shows that you've done.
WillieGilly.com is the website.
WillieGilly.com. Okay.
That's it. So anyway, come on out, bring your friends and neighbors and enjoy.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Well,
it was nice to see you both again.
It was great to see you.
Great to see you, Kate.
Yes. My guests have been David Patrick Wilson and Nan Gill from Willie Gilly Productions and the Academy of Film, Television, Stage, and Performing Arts. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.